Every living thing in the universe is trying to survive and find the easiest way to do it, and that's by consuming other living things. Humans are on top of the food chain. We eat everything that gives us energy. We are omnivores. We eat animals and plants. Because we are versatile and don't just depend on one specific type of food to survive, we can survive in almost any environment. Humans have evolved in a way where we are above a food chain. We eat what we want. We decide what environment to build our cities in and what areas stay as a forest. We alter ecosystems to what we see fit. The reason we essentially went from mediocre to the top is our abilities as human beings to speak. Through drawings and communication, and our ability to use what we learn to help us and pass it down to the next generation in the form of language. And with the gradual passing down of knowledge, humans learn to overpower the environment and everything in it. We went from mediocre to the top of the food chain when we created weapons. As weaponry became more advanced, stronger species such as lions, alligators, sharks no longer stood a chance. The strongest survives no longer meant much because it's the most intelligent and the most innovative that survives. As time went on, humans went higher and higher up the food chain until there were simply no competition. We're the best. We're what evolution strives to achieve. Our role in the ecosystem changed from simply being a part of the food chain to above it. We became the curator of our world. We build new infrastructure and decide what is right and what is wrong. We decide what laws are in place and create the balance we feel is best. We now have the ability as humans to do whatever we want. We can destroy and we can create. No other creature or living thing on this planet can stop us from doing what we want. We can completely change or alter the environment in any way that we want. We can create new species, bring back old species as our knowledge and science evolves. We can choose the features and how it's programmed and how it looks physically. We are above all living things on planet Earth because of our knowledge and science, our ability to work together and to communicate with any human on this planet, and to bring the best of the best together gives us an advantage over any living thing that ever existed. Other animals usually only communicate with their own group, and all the knowledge and experiences that they've gained will eventually be lost when they're no longer here because of old age. But we humans have the ability to preserve what we learn. People think that humans are destroying the planet, but humans can also fix it, alter it, modify it in whatever way we desire. Humans control planet Earth. Humans can create things greater, smarter, faster, stronger, and far more capable than any living species to ever exist. We can create artificial intelligence to go far beyond what we've ever achieved. Artificial intelligence can replace the need for human labor. At first, we may feel the effect. In the short term, jobs will be lost. In the long term, most likely 90% of humans won't have jobs. And we will adapt like we always have. We will most likely shift to universal basic income, or things will be free because no one will have jobs. It will be our new way to survive and thrive as we focus on new ways to go beyond the human limit of what's possible. We use our brains and robots to do the work and focus on what makes us happy. The lives of human beings have improved drastically. When you think about the humans that first walked the planet, it really was survival of the fittest, natural selection. If you couldn't survive on your own, you probably wasn't going to make it back in the day when we used to live in the forest. But now we override the laws of nature. We help those who may not survive on their own. We may not do everything right, but we do try to help. You might wonder why animals eat each other. It's because the way we were designed. We're all made out of the same things. So it's much easier for animals to consume other animals for energy and nutrients. We do what's the most efficient way to stay alive. We're living in an ecosystem, battling each other, and the winner gets to eat. As humans, we've gone beyond that. We grow our food, not just vegetables, but even lab-grown meat. But as humans, nothing is ever enough. So humans would still want to taste a real cheeseburger just for the experience, or because it might taste better. Humans not only want to fulfill basic needs, but also maximize pleasure and happiness. We get bored and constantly need to be satisfied. We created our own form of entertainment, TV shows and movies, and created amusement parks, dancing, singing, competition, fighting each other for our own amusement, and soon, simulations. We will be able to do whatever we want without ever going anywhere, trapping ourselves in eternal isolation. Our brains stimulated by what we think we see in the metaverse. But who's to say we're not already in a simulation? Imagine living in a simulation, getting everything that you want, and feeling like it's real. If you're having a bad day, at least you're not a cow, because you would be a cheeseburger. A cow's whole life is being farmed for its milk and turned into food. If you're born a human, you already won the lottery. At least you have the possibility of doing what you want and achieve what you want. Let's just hope there aren't aliens far smarter than us, far more intelligent, because to them, we might be an animal. They might want to study us, put us into a zoo, and treat us like we treat animals. Most people fail to see how fortunate they are. They focus on everything that they don't have and forget to appreciate the things that they do have. If you have a bed to sleep in, air conditioning, a toilet, a shower, and eat ice cream, you already live better than most kings. Sometimes having too much comfort makes us unhappy. It takes going through tough moments and getting out of it to realize how good we have it. You can't enjoy being at the top if you never experience how it feels to be at the bottom. That's why people who were born wealthy or spoiled their entire lives and got everything that they want seem to be unhappy the moment they hear no. I mean, when you think about it, most people that are unhappy live in first world countries. It seems like the better our environment, the more unhappy we are. In most poor countries, as long as they have food to eat, they're happy. They're playing outside. They don't seem to be as stressed out as we are. And when you think about it, back in the day, people weren't lost. Back in the day, everyone had roles. What we had to do to survive was clear. But now it seems like the more opportunities that we have, the more lost we are. We don't know what to do. We don't know what careers to pick. But when we only have a few options, we have no other choice. You know, sometimes having too many backup plans, too many options, isn't really a good thing, because we're not focused on one thing. And when you're not focused and you're trying to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, you become a man of many traits, but a master of none. To get to the top, you have to be great at one thing. It's good to be an all-around player, but being good at one thing will get you much further in life. When you think about the most successful people in the world, they were really good at what they do. To become successful, you have to provide value. It can be creating products or services to make people's lives more convenient and easier. There's many ways to provide value. You could be an entertainer, you could be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. To be successful is really simple. It's about being really good at something and specializing in it and being irreplaceable, doing something that provides the most value and something that everyone can't do. The way that the world is designed, not everybody wins. You have winners and you have losers. Not everyone can be rich. Not everyone can make it. Where we're born, the decisions that we make, the people that we hang out with, all play a role in our success. There's going to be things that you can't control that get in the way of you trying to achieve your goals. But it's about moving forward no matter what. Always trying no matter what. Because you don't want to be stuck where you are. You want to be better. You know there's a better version of you. And as long as you have that hope that you can achieve something, it will give you the drive to keep walking down the road that's going to get you there.